Hey everybody, aloha. It's 2:15 p.m. now. After video, just did 1 hour 38 minutes of trimming with a little break in there. So humbling learning experiences today with the farming. It's that time of the year to bring rain gear. I did about 30 minutes of work. The first 30 minutes by hand, as I'd mentioned going up there, just got completely soaked. Hadn't brought my rain gear with me. So then in the rain, went down, dried off, changed, and then it seemed like the rain had passed. So I came back up bringing the rain gear this time, and then it rained more, but I was here, so go ahead and get to work, be productive a little bit. But I'll need to buy waterproofing spray for my rain gear because it just does not keep the water out anymore. When it rains, it look at that. This is funny. Nice. The water just pools, and then you probably stay a little bit drier, but you still get pretty wet through this rain suit. So it'll be time to get some more rain gear, poncho, and get some waterproofing spray, and try to get this more waterproof. So I have a few different, and so I have some rain gear to bring with me this type of year. And now it's dry, but you would still be like super messy if you were to weed eat to trim in this. But I wanted to make some progress, so I did that. And now I'll maybe pack it in early. It was like 4 strings. There's just a little more left. We'll do it. But when you can stay dry, when you have really good rain gear, it's quite pleasant to work in the rain. Depending on, like, maybe not when it's pouring, but I've done that. And it can be enjoyable if you like what you're doing and you're having fun. So just a little bit left. Probably maybe 2.5 strings. Want to do that last little section. And so I'm pretty tired. When I went down and changed, my original intent had then been to do some like book work and planning and farm thinking and stuff like that. But then it seemed like it had passed already. So it was like, no, let's stick with the plan. Go ahead and just change, and this time bring the rain gear and do it. So I'm glad I did. Made progress on this. It's a little bit kind of late-ish. But also it's that time of year, like we're not like in the continental US or in Canada. Those farmers have a built-in rest period in the winter. And when it's really cold in December and January and there's snow on the ground, and it can be comforting to, you can give your body that rest, I assume, to read and plan and get ready for the spring and the summer. And it still is this is December and winter and January. It can be a very productive period for farms in Hawaii, as exhibited by the macadamia harvest here in, tomorrow will be November, and they've been pulling nuts out here in October. So the winter can still be a productive time in Hawaii, but it can also be a time of rest and relaxation and giving the body a little respite. It gets darker a lot earlier now, like 6, and it's interesting. It seemed that this year I had more more energy in the summer, even if it was light, really late, like 7:30 p.m., 7:45 p.m. I did have more energy to get up at 5 and work until dark, and even after dark, and continue. So my body's definitely wanting to rest at this time and enjoy the winter. While also needing to do productive things and keep things moving forward. I realized, like, with this fence project, like, I've done a lot of big fence projects, and then they've been like the electric fence going down the ravine. I worked on that for a number of weeks. The original fencing of the compact farm plot, and then having extended that fencing and working on other fences there. So this happens to be the big fencing project right now. And then after doing this one, move on to the next. Also, this time with trimming, I had remembered that the goal for the year was to get the complete, at least the bottom half of the farm completely fenced in and done. And I guess I still have 2 months. There still is November and December to make a big progress. At this point, October 31st, it feels like I might not finish it. And seeing how I need to but that's okay. And maybe there still will be some massive progress in the next 2 months, and I'll surprise myself. With my electric fences, there's also been the learning recently with the pig issue, and I touched upon it on some other videos that I'd recorded but maybe not uploaded, and having some pigs trapped inside 2 different fenced off areas of the farm, the compact farm plot, and then the bottom by the gazebo, where I had both of those fenced off. I had the compact farm plot pig free for over a year, about a year, maybe 8-10 months. And then they had, in one area they were going in and out, and then I shored up the fence so that they couldn't go in and out, but they were in there right then. And so now they've been trapped in there for 6-7 weeks. And then the lower part of the farm, I had gotten fenced off and gotten completely pig free except for one pig, and she didn't bother things too much. But then, like, a group had busted in, and now they're in there, so they're a smaller problem than the ones here at the top. But now that I've got one of the electric fence netting, and I've got another 2 166-foot ones on the way that should arrive like tomorrow, and then I'll probably need to do things right. I could move around, and so anyway, my fences have been good for a long time, but now I'll have to upgrade to the electric net fencing so that the pigs cannot bust through again, and then use those to herd them and get them off the farm, and then get the rest of the fencing, like, completely completed, and maybe get this electrified, and then systematically get the pigs 100% off the farm and keep it that way. And this is a step in the right direction to do that. And like I said, it's can be quite pleasant to work on a wet day, nice and cool, rainy day, gorgeous. So wishing you all lots of love, joy, peace, aloha, and blessings. And shoots! Friendo! Ho ho! 23 skidoo!